Maslow said in 1943 about the needs of people. He classified human needs in 5 categories. For those who are not aware of, it's the physiological, safety, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. What's the relationship with today's subject? For those who are not aware of political marketing, let me explain briefly. Marketing, according to Kotler, the father of marketing, identifies and satisfies consumers' needs. Similarly, in political marketing, that's what I'm doing. We're trying to identify and satisfy voter, citizen needs, which is also very important. So, according to Maslow, I'm not going to give any details for all the categories. However, it's very important to see this. Physiological needs are vital to survival. All needs become secondary until these needs are met. So, step 2, 3, 4, and 5 are secondary. As an example, President Trump, 2 months ago, he wanted money to build a wall between you, me, you, and you. And I was sad to hear that 35 colleagues didn't manage to come here because of their visa. Sorry to hear that. Why am I asking you that? If we had to put Mr. Trump's proposal on this diagram, building a wall, where is it? I guess you agree that it's here? Okay. I stop here and I will get back to this at the end of this presentation. Okay? So, cost of living set to rise higher. After the 2008 recession, cost of living goes up and down. So the question is, how do the US politicians respond to this? And have they ever considered the outcomes occurring as a result of these ideas that reduce the cost of living? Utilizing a management tool, the so-called resource-based view, the RBV model, this study, the RBV actually, it's a basis for the competitive advantage performance of the firm and lies primarily in the application of a bundle of valuable or invaluable tangible or intangible resources or capabilities at the firm disposal. This study aims to do what? To examine a specific political capability, reducing cost of living. The ability to reduce cost of living needs someone to be capable to do that. That may lead to several outcomes. Number second, to facilitate politicians to get to know the importance of reducing people's cost of living and to build a framework for colleagues, for scholars, with an aim to examine more and more capabilities. Indeed, the RBV tool had a tremendous increase in business during the last decades, actually 500% increase. Not the same in politics. That's why this study found a gap, and our aim is to fill this gap by doing what? Some studies in political marketing focus on competitive advantage of a firm, of course always using the resource-based view, like I said before, and political performance. However, these studies said that competitive advantage consists of quality, superiority, leadership, and similarly political performance consists of satisfaction, loyalty, and reputation. This study says that each outcome should be examined separately. At the same time, this study, adapting a recent study by Antoniades last year, who focused on the 4 P's of marketing, which are product, price, place, and promotion. Antoniades defined pricing as the offering of a politician to people in relation to the reduction of cost of living. Therefore, based on these studies, this research attempts to fill these gaps by hypothesizing that the ability to develop proposals, the politicians' ability to develop proposals that reduce cost of living has a positive relationship with popularity, a positive relationship with leadership, a positive relationship with satisfaction, loyalty, and reputation also. What's the methodology behind this study? This study is a quantitative one with closed questions on a 1 to 7 Likert scales. The population was based on 142,913 US elected officials from state and local governments. The questionnaire was designed with SurveyMonkey online software, which exports data in Excel spreadsheets. 1,000 email invitations were sent randomly. The final sample was 130 responses, and the questionnaire took place between 2 October and 19 November 2017. In regards to the statistic used in these studies, the mean score, statistical hypothesis testing at a 95% confidence level, that is 0.05 indicates strong evidence against the new hypothesis, and Pearson correlations. Due to the topic of this study, according to Shordell, 0.40 is considered as a relatively strong value, 0.20 to 0.40 a moderate value, and below 0.20 as is considered as a weak value. Now, let's go to the results. First, let's have a look at the demographic profile. The study consisted of 67% were men politicians and 33% were women politicians. 43% came from the Democratic Party, 37% from the Republican Party, and 20% from other affiliations. And lastly, 72% were local government elected officials, and 28% were state government elected officials. Now, let's go to the relationships and the significance of our hypothesis. Sorry about that. RCL, to remind you, it's reducing cost of living. Now, in relation to popularity, PPO, our hypothesis here is accepted. There is a statistical significance, which is less than 0.005, with a relatively strong positive relationship. Reducing cost of living with leadership. Significant again, moderately high positive relationship with leadership. Satisfaction, no significance, low positive relationship. Loyalty, significant, moderately high positive relationship. And reputation, significant, moderate positive relationship. To recap, our study says that reducing cost of living is statistically significant with moderately to relatively strong positive impact on popularity, leadership, loyalty, and reputation. This opens up great opportunities for further research to test a larger number of participants using data from other US states or other democratic countries, and to examine the relationship of the above-mentioned factors on various levels of the country's political hierarchy, like president, prime minister, governor, lawmakers, etc. However, let's see in practice. What does this mean in practice? Which is the most important thing for all of us. Because we are consumers, we are customers, we are voters, we are citizens of all. The outcomes of this study could contribute to the improvement of a politician's overall popularity, leadership, customer voter loyalty, and reputation. And I say customer voter because the results not only apply for politicians, but we come back to marketing. Like I said at the beginning, marketing, political marketing are relevant. Second, the study urges politicians to work on effective proposals that could reduce the cost of living. This is a basic human need. Now I'll get back here. Mr. President, you shut down the government. So many people were in danger. What are you doing here? I suggest you go back to step one and see your people, their food, their water, and this important need, which is number one, cost of living. Stop the wall, bring people together, and focus on physiological needs. Thank you for listening. I'm open to any questions. Yes, please.
What was the overall sample size?
The sample size, 113.
Now, I mean, why do you think that's 113 why do you think that, I mean, this Maslowian hierarchy?
Why?
Why do you think on the Maslowian hierarchy that the focus that was like Trump's focus was really the war is on safety?
Yes.
And not on the physiological needs, because it might also actually be addressing that physiological need in the sense that if you minimize this competition, then there's more food for those who are alive.
I'm trying to understand the question. What's the question?
Okay. Now, you think that Trump is focusing on the second level of...
I don't think. Oh, well, you disagree? Do you disagree that building a wall is a matter of safety?
I think you could also be argued, this is what I'm saying, you could also be argued that it's focused on the physiological needs, because all he's trying to do is to say that if you keep people out, then there's going to be more to address the physiological needs, because the fewer the number of people, the more they get out of what is available. Whether it is...
But his arguments are for safety. Mostly it's for safety, right?
That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying too. So I don't say what I want, I say what he says. So,
that's what he
you
says.
know, a scholar, I think you will agree that a scholar doesn't count on assumptions, but on facts. This is my facts. Okay? I don't know if any other questions, please.
So you're saying, if I understand it, you're saying because these are based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you're saying that the biggest need of a human being is safety, apart from physiological, right? So you're saying because President Trump basically started talking about safety, then more people vote for him? Because you're also saying that if you talk about reducing the cost of living, that politicians will be more popular, you know, their reputation. So you're saying that based on just statistics, he's gonna be popular because he's dealing with safety issues as well as telling people about reducing the cost of living. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying this is a message to all politicians that when they focus on need number one, which is related to cost of living, related to your pocket, my pocket, everyone, this is the most important need of people. So instead of doing all things they are doing, they have to focus here. Of course they have to consider safety, belonging, everything. But first, their first concern should be physiological needs of their people. That's what I'm saying. That's what the study says, that his popularity, Trump's popularity, or Obama's popularity, anyone's popularity is related to when these politicians focus on proposals that reduce the cost of living of their people, this increases their popularity, their loyalty, etc. That's the whole meaning of the study.
So let me ask one question.
Sure.
1,000 people that was sent this email to or letter,
Yes.
113 people responded. That's a little over 10%, right?
It's 11.3, yes.
Okay, 11.3. So, okay, my understanding is you write a letter to a politician. The reason why he responds is because of the 100 people who got the same complaint or compliment, one person wrote the letter. So therefore, you realize that that 1%, represents 100. So you're saying that of the 130 people who responded, even though it may seem like a small number to who your resource is from, but you're saying that 130 actually, of the people who responded, that they are, I can't keep on what the other 1,000 will be thinking. Because there were 113. I mean, if you, personally, if you showed me 5,000 invitations were sent out and 1,200 people responded, and based on their response, this was the data that was collected, and that was more convincing to me than just 113 people, because most politicians know, especially in 2008, they had to focus on reducing the cost of living because the unemployment rate was so high. You know what I'm saying? And Bush was a very unpopular president in the very last term. But so what I'm asking is, do you think that 113 is a true representation of what's the guy's name? Maslow.
Yeah. The thing is that here, it's statistical significance is at the 95% confidence level. Okay? That means that if we ask again and again the same people, 95 times they will tell us the same thing. So yes, this is statistics. That's why we're doing our research based on particular statistics. Yes, this study was based on 95% confidence level. I don't know if I answered your question. Thank you. Yes, please. Yes.
In line with CAPOS, statistically, there's a way to determine the sample size. You have the population size of 142,913.
Correct.
And your sample size is 113. That's 103. I'm amazed. Sorry. If you can tell me how you got the 113, that sample size determination. From
You want to know?
yes,
113 the
yeah,
sample, here is our population?
143.
Yes, what's the question?
To know whether it's a true representation of the population.
You mean, you want me to repeat what I just said? I mean,
I want to know statistically how you got 113 out of 142,000.
How do you extract that?
Okay.
How do you
statistics. Sorry.
how do you extract that? How do you the thing responses out of the total population?
I think I answered the question, just trying to understand it. The thing is that, yes,
Yeah, so how did you determine the sample? So what I saw in the sample of 113. How
Yes,
did you
like I
determine
said,
113? Or did you send out the questionnaire to the entire population?
I said I did
113
this
responded?
randomly, 1,042,913. This is our population, state and local, U.S. elected politicians. So 1,000 email invitations were sent randomly.
So how did you determine the
I know.
1,000? How did you determine the 1,000 out of 140? It's not to discredit the work, it's to make the work more robust. Because if you have to publish this data, what is required is how did you determine the true representation of the population?
From this catalog,
Make a
Yes.
positive
Yeah,
suggestion.
no, that's why if it doesn't have the answer, so there are standard procedures for determining the sample size. The Taro-Yamani formula is there, so you can Google it and you see the formula will tell you the exact number to use out of this population. If you key in the population of 140, it will tell you the actual sample size. It's not just the rule of the thumb. That's why. And once you get that, you can now know how many of these, before you talk of how to select the people, before you can use your random sampling, that's how many of these people can you get from different chambers, from different levels of government. But then you must first get the nitty-gritty of the total and true representation of your population. And that's through Taro Yamani from Thank you.
okay, thanks for your recommendations. Anyway, yes, Coach.
Yeah,
Yes, please.
yeah, very excellent presentation. My question is, it's a noble goal to reduce the cost of living.